Welcome back to another episode of the King of the Core series where you guys, the viewers, send me your SCX24 rigs or 24 scale rigs. I put them on our indoor course competition style. The top 3 trucks in each class are going to take home some prizes. Quick note on submissions. I need to pause submissions for the time being. I got a big backlog of trucks and I don't want to hold on to people's rigs any longer than I have to. I'm hoping to open it up again in a couple weeks. Please feel free to email me again if you're interested. I'll get back to you on when I can accept rigs again. Today we've got an awesome SCX24 Jeep JLU build. I love me a yellow Jeep JLU. This is from Austin in Utah. All right, let's take a look at this thing. Great looking truck. I really love what Austin has done with the aesthetics of this truck. The stock Lexan body's trimmed really cleanly. He's taken off the black fenders completely, but has done it in a really cool way. It looks really sharp, and look at the flex on it. Love a JLU flex machine right here. He's actually included a flex ramp for me here, made by himself with his own logos on it. Very cool. Shout out to you, Austin, ADX RC. Make sure you go give him some love. Look at this thing. Looks so good. Tons of flex on it. Love how the tires fold right up around the body. Super cool looking truck. Love seeing this thing on Instagram. Again, it's super cool when you get to see some of your favorite trucks from online in person. One of my favorite things about this series that we're doing here. Super cool. All right, let's get into the build. Austin has sent me the build via email, so let's go through it here. I mentioned the exterior, so again, we do have the stock Lexan body. It's been trimmed to accommodate the performance features that he's put on here. For wheels and tires, it's got a very nice looking wheel and tire combo on here. We've got the Mofo RC UPW wheels, so the ultra premium wheels. It is a nice deep dish look to them, and some cool rings on here. We got black rings in the front, aluminum in the back. These are wrapped in the Proline Maxxis Trepador tires. These are a great tire. Not only do they look super scale, excellent performance out of these tires. I'm a big fan of these. Chassis setup on this, so we've utilized the stock rails on here. That's about it. Looks like he's done some significant customization in here. Battery tray in the back has been cut and trimmed, relocated up front. He dismantled the shock towers up front and made room for a magnet mount. Looks like we've got some printed sliders attached to the stock rails. Some nice boat sliders here. Powertrain on this, we've got the Furitek Cedar motor. Love this motor, one of my absolute favorites. On the driver's side, we've got the Lizard Pro hooked into the FlySky setup. He's got a FlySky GT5 radio. Also like what he's done with the knob here. In the front, there's a blue NSDRC servo. On top of that, we've got the Little Guy Racing Parts limiting strap setup. Super important, especially running a setup like this with the frame-mounted long travel shocks. Speaking of shocks, these are Endura double-barreled friction-damped shocks. We've got springs in the back, no springs up front. They're pretty long. I'd say probably the 53 millimeter, I would guess here. Austin wasn't sure either, so I think they're the 53. It's got a lot of travel here. Linkage is by 828 RC. It's been stretched a little bit. Looks like the front has been stretched. Front and rear. So I definitely tell on the front. It's like it's been stretched just slightly in the rear. Metal drive shaft up front. We've got the stock plastic one in the rear. For axles on this, we're running the Meus Racing Isokinetics. In the rear, he's got the SDRC slider on it. Coverage over the pumpkin in the rear. It's going to help this thing slide over obstacles as well. The axle housings are painted. It looks like they were silver at one time, and he's painted them black. A couple of things back to the wheels and tires. So I noticed that there's also some hex extensions in here. I can't tell exactly what the length is, but we do have some added width from some hex extensions. The inserts in these Trepadors are not stock either. So this has Sticky Wheels RC ultra soft inserts in here. They feel really good. I'm not familiar with those inserts, but they have a great feel to them in these tires. Let's get into some shout outs here. So Austin's got a list of shout outs. First off, I want to give a shout out to Austin for this very cool build, ADXRC. His Instagram, if you want to give him a follow, at ADXRC_. He wants to give a shout out to Shiggy RC, at Shiggy RC. He runs Austin's local crawler group and is pretty much the only reason he got into crawlers. So big shout out to Shiggy RC. At DKRC, so at _DKRC. For being a great friend and an absolutely great dude. The Micro Crawler Club. Always shout out to the Micro Crawler Club. At Micro Crawler Club. That's Austin's other local club. At _828RC_ for just being Tyler. Most of all, I'd like to give a shout out to you. Your videos are 100% what got me started and still keep me going to this day. Thank you very much. I wasn't expecting that. Sincerely appreciate that, Austin. And not to get off track here, but A little taken aback from the negativity that this series has gotten, and it's been pretty difficult to deal with. Overall, the feedback's been largely positive, but I think as humans we're predisposed to focus on the negative. But comments like that and getting to interact with you guys has made it super fun. This has been a really great experience, getting to know you guys better, getting to experience the trucks that you've worked hard on, and if I in some way, shape, or form have helped you, inspired you along the way, those messages are really cool and has really kept me going. So thank you, Austin, and thank you to all the viewers who've supported this series. All right, now let's get into the performance test. We're going to start on the 4-corner scale, then we'll hit the setup table and then the course to see how this thing does. On the 4-corner scales with Austin's JLU, check out the weight distribution. 63 front, 37 rear. This is with the battery installed. Slightly biased to the right, only by 1%. Overall weight, 521 grams, just about. Onto the RTI, we're going to max this thing out. I'm looking forward to this. This thing's got it all the way. All the way. Oh yeah, straight off the crazy crawler. We could keep going for days on the articulation here. Let's try the side hill. 35. 45. 50. 55. Let's say 58 on the side hill. Now the vertical. Boy, so far I'm really impressed with this. Utilizing stock rails. Putting up big numbers here. 50. Starting to lift. 60. 65. 68 on the vertical. Wrapped up a couple practice runs with Austin's truck. Now I'm going to have some fun. Show you guys what this thing can do before we do the official runs. This is my kind of build right here. It's got the fun factor. It looks great. And it's got the performance to back it up. Very impressive on the course. Great setup that Austin's created here. Look at this thing go. I was a little concerned it was going to be tough to get around the course because of its wide stance, but it's actually pretty nimble. The tire combination works excellent as well. Those Proline tires hook up really well, and those inserts, really nice blend of sidewall strength and conformity. So I'll have to check those guys out. It's the first I've heard of those inserts. They're doing a good job. Not experiencing a lot of drawbacks to the big suspension, which is really nice. Look at this thing all twisted up. Looks so good. I'll shoot over to the escalator. Still getting some pushing off the side there. Pretty much every rig has been plagued by the challenges on this line. The escalator has become really hard. Gotta try to drift over here so I can find some traction. So I gotta get over that. I'm not really trying to compete right now, just trying to learn the rig still. Look at it, very nice. Again, super impressed with this thing with stock rails on it. It's very composed on the decline there. Oh, I gotta save this. Yeah, nice. Watch this thing get all twisted up through there. It looks so good. Like easy walk up Hell's Gate, no problem. Now, like I said, just a really nice combination of aesthetics and performance here. Totally digging this setup by Austin. This one's going to be dangerous. It's going to be a Class 2 rig. It's going to be a threat for sure. Last one up there. Look, Jan just grips and goes. Very nice. Last run for Austin's JLU. I need to get a perfect run of this thing. Here we go. I have ruined it twice on the escalator in the same spot, so I've got to do a perfect run here for this thing. I think this can be an absolute contender for the top spot in the Class 2 if I don't screw it up. There we go, nice clean run there. Not as clean as the run 2. Still getting us through though. Being very mindful of the width of this thing. Nice line through there. Come over to Rocker Knocker for our second bonus gate. I'm getting some pushing out of the front there. Trying to get set up on that rock. There we go. Carry that rear wheel. Good. Clean through the hot tub. We're going to set up for the escalator. This is my nemesis here. Not because we can't do it, because I hit the pin at the top. Oh! We shot that perfect. This is where I got in trouble. Oh, I just cleared the gate. That was perfect. I gotta hold it together for the rest of the run. Use those axles. Oh, geez. I don't want to hit that. There we go. Nice lineup for the chute. I'm going to get that gate too. Perfect. And come out, get set up for our third and final bonus gate here. I am through. Cool. I love that NSDRC servo just ripping this thing right around. Able to set me up for Hell's Gate. Keep the momentum on, come out strong. Yep. This could be the run. Be very mindful of the width here. Oh, good, just squeak through there. All right, I'm not gonna pause through Articulation Alley, although I'd love to look at this thing. Yes, I love it, I'm not gonna slow down. Oh, just clearing that gate. Last one. And through, awesome run. 3:05, great run there. All right, guys, great showing from Austin's Jeep JLU. Really enjoyed this build. This thing is super fun because it's a great blend of aesthetic appeal. It looks fantastic. It's really fun. It's got a ton of flex, the way those big wheels and tires come up over and swallow up the fenders, how he's got the body chopped and lowered. Just super fun to watch it go, but it's also an extremely capable performer, putting up some really good runs, with the third run being the best with a perfect score. The first two, I made bonehead decisions in the same spot on top of the escalator. Once I got the line figured out, we were able to nail that third run. Nonetheless, the thing still put up great scores, enough to put this firmly into third place in the Class 2 rankings. So great showing by Austin's JLU here. I'll put a snapshot of the standings down in the description below. That's going to wrap it up for today's episode. Big shout out to Austin for sending over his Jeep JLU. Really appreciate it. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think of the competition thus far? And as always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in the next video.